Oh my god, guys. Jimmy's already went to sleep. It's like 9:17. Like, guys, market close is literally around 1 o'clock, Californian time, and, 4 o'clock, New York time, right? I mean, I don't know what preferential treatment George has that, get the market close to be extended to 10, almost 10 p.m. here. But hey, like if you go on Edgar's website, it's not really processed yet, so you probably will see it around market open tomorrow morning or latest the end of market close tomorrow. But hey, if market still close at 10:30 tomorrow, then you guys won't see it until midnight for those of you who are on East Coast. But yeah, ignore all of these. Doesn't matter because are we desperate enough to compare revenue to 2020? Like really? I mean, I wrote down their revenue number for Q2 like about 2 weeks ago, and guys, I think this is Canadian dollars. Well, technically, if they do, because they are a metamaterial company, they don't have any seasonalities in their deal flow. All of their revenue are driven from developmental revenue as before, unless they put something surprising in a balance sheet that, I haven't anticipated, but it's literally impossible that I haven't anticipated. So all of these are just, bang, 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 sugarcoating, sugarcoating, sugarcoating. Who's gonna compare everything to 2020? Like nobody cares. Everybody knows that you might even go bankrupt if not for the reverse merger, right? If you guys want something detailed about that, go to Patreon. Tomorrow, number two and I is gonna figure out the exact structure of Patreon, and we're gonna post 4 videos on Patreon and everything to get it set up, and you will have a lot of base information about this company, about George, about our trading methods, about like the philosophy of why we're doing this. We really want to educate you guys and inform the mass. Really, we just want to turn sheepos into more educated sheepos. So then, the sheepo logic. So then you guys won't get slaughtered because you're like harboring in our little house that me and number two built. And once you guys upgrade from sheepo to giant sheepos and from giant sheepos to wolfies, then hey, we're gonna probably start a side hustle of Wolf of Wall Street, right? And we can go back and attack all these guys who's like trying to induce money losses on us, and we can play back and get their money into our pockets. But again, like all of these, it's just non-nutritious garble, so don't read this. It doesn't really matter. And even if you read it, your per share loss actually increased by threefold. So yeah, any of those doesn't matter. And net cash flow also doesn't matter because if you look at the acquisition and everything, their burn rate is actually pretty unhealthy right now. And this is only a Q2 report, as I said before on stream, as I said before in previous videos. What really matters is the Q3 report. And from Q3 report, you will really see what is going on. And one of the reasons that BlackRock and Vanguard haven't added, if Vanguard didn't add it, means Vanguard understands that Q3 is a better timing. But BlackRock is very, very famous notorious for their FOMO spirit, and I have a feeling that this person who's running the or running the division that have the basket of stuff that include metamaterial, he might be entering in a point where there's still uncertainty until Q3 filing, but I think they're trying to play risky, the early mover move, so you can get more premium or more discounted stock price. But yeah, like okay, you're a hedge fund, you don't really care because if you're a hedge fund or you are the market maker, then it doesn't really matter when you enter, as long as you have a majority of the chips in a good price, But no salt, nothing, right? They say they're balanced, they're debt free. Like, what is your definition of debt free again, right? What I see is, I see this also that, but hey, it doesn't matter if you have a good interest rate. Don't care if it's a liability. What I see is, I see asset retirement obligation, but not really. It doesn't really matter really. Thank you. Unconvertible. I mean, what they mean by debt is probably convertible debt, I guess, but it doesn't really matter. You see all of these, you can see that they're from IFRS instead of for GAAP, because the way how they order these things and how they categorize certain things. And if you look at this, it's gone for now, but if you look at this, I mean, it's still debt. There's still debt on your balance sheet, dude. But it doesn't matter, right? What we really want to see is how did they categorize a preferred stock liability. So how did they price their stock? If you do that, then they price their dividend around this, 0.29 per share for dividend. I think this is their estimation. And if you do, let's do the math in my head. So if you do the price per share per dividend, sort of you apply the discount and premium that if you have an accounting degree, you will know that the probable rule. So if you do that math, you will get somewhere around $0.5 per share on preferred stock dividend. As I predicted, you see all of their balance sheets are reflecting on my predictions, and all of you are hating on me for no reason. Duh. Obviously, I don't care anymore. And if you go down here, you look at owner's equity, you don't really look like this. I mean, like if you look at product sales, this, well, it's like, okay, but if you like this, is there any different? I don't see any difference, no. And this is not in thousands. This is literally their actual revenue. So if they sell what, 30 more goggles, if this is their only product sale, I mean, as I expect, there's no like huge news that he can really disclose. By trying to fix their accounting problems, it's already taking too long, as expected, right? And revenue here. Tomorrow video you will see. I have a perfect prediction for revenue. They even made less than I expected, but it doesn't matter. Operating expense, super expensive as usual. These you can cut down, right? I don't see them actually doing selling or marketing really. Research and development, okay, I'll give you credit, but this, wow. Foreign exchange net, you see that, you do the math, right? And a financial, I wonder, what is this financial instrument lost? Like, what did they do? Like, what did they do with this? Like, they had a derivative that don't know? Like, what is going on? Like, what exactly did they lose? They didn't even have, like, securities option beneficiary plan, right? They don't offer their employees options. Not really. So, where did they lose this? I want to see the disclosure for this. The footnotes, right? They're going to have footnotes in their official statement, hopefully, which is not out yet. For those of you who are like, oh, they didn't file it. No, they did file it late. And if you are a CEO, if you can guarantee something happened, just don't answer, right? Because all the sheepos are gonna be like, oh my god, he's a CEO, so whatever he says is right, we trust him. And then now you lose a bunch of street cred. But again, most of the penny stock, I mean, I guess we're still addressing the penny stock community, even though now they're playing with big leagues now. Their financial credibility and their financial skills aren't really equipped to deal with a lot of stuff. So then, I mean, we're still, the investors, let's just say, are still carried over, the penny stock investors. And, penny stock investors usually have very, very short attention span. So like before, right, like about 3 months passes, you guys are still, George will regain his trust, you guys' trust like in 3 months. But hey, I'm very skeptical. For the past 2 months, I've been doing endless due diligence on him. I understand his pattern, I understand his behaviorism, I understand what he's doing, I understand what he's trying to accomplish, I understand where he's running his company to. So I'm pretty confident that my position is going to be pretty correct. And tax recovery, nothing to really talk about. Cash flow, still pretty bad. You're burning more cash than ever. You're burning more cash acquiring, and your net loss is really going to bite you in the bump. Later this year, later 2022 and later 2023. So nothing really new here again. So for those of you who expect something new, not gonna happen. All right, tomorrow I will do a very detailed one. So this one just gonna be put it out so you guys will see it. You will also see my more of like a neutral perspective. This is very neutral, right? You guys don't see Jimmy. Jimmy usually give pretty bullish on estimates, and there might be a teaser in tomorrow or the day after's video about a new. We're gonna introduce a new character to our channel. Guys, keep tuned for that. If you haven't liked this video, smash the like button because it will help us a lot. And if you haven't subbed, go sub. Alright, see you guys on the upside.